So let's start off, Mallory, before we get into all of that fun, let's start off with Huddle Up.
Huddle Up.
And this is a very, very special Huddle Up for us. Not really for me, but I'm excited for you. We're going to give Mallory the opportunity here. For those of you who don't know, she is big Michigan State Spartan fan. And you might be going, it says TexasFootball.com. What in the world are we doing talking about Michigan State? You, ma'am, do you want to tell the people what you're doing this weekend and how this came about?
Yeah, I will actually be heading up to East Lansing actually tomorrow, and I will be going to the Michigan State and Ohio State game.
Let's go!
So this is, I guess, sort of my game of the week. I don't know if it's going to be a good game per se,
but I will be there at a game.
So I'll be there. I'll be at the college. Yeah, I'll be at a college football game, and this is the game I'll be at. So, and it's funny how I got these tickets. So you guys know if you go on Instagram or if you go on Facebook or something, and you follow a bigger account, they might give away tickets to something or something like that. All you have to do would be like comment on the post, put it on your story or something like that. And then they'll put your name in a hat and they'll draw it out. And if they draw you, you get tickets or whatever they're giving away. It could be anything. So I did that. And I won the tickets.
That's so awesome. But I think the coolest part about all of this is the fact that you have grown up an insane Michigan State fan, but you have never seen a football game, may I say. You've seen a basketball game, but not a football game in East Lansing.
I haven't. I've been to 2 Michigan State football games. Both were at the Cotton Bowl back in 2014 and 2015. But I've actually never gotten to see Michigan State play at Spartan Stadium. So I'm really excited because also it's right before the weather starts to get really bad.
I was fixing to ask, what is the outlook for the weather?
It's going to be, actually Saturday is going to be a little bit colder than usual. It's going to be, I think the low is 33, which is hot. But it's going to be nice and sunny, and it's going to hit probably about 60 degrees at like the midpoint in the day.
So you'll get to dress cute fall football attire.
Yeah, so it'll be, I'm probably gonna wear a sweatshirt too, a nice little Michigan State sweatshirt, maybe a cute hat or something. But yeah, it's not like where you have to go and wear like short shorts and like a tank top because it's gonna be 100 degrees. And
I was just gonna say, we were at a football game at North Texas last weekend, and we were in like skirt/shorts and like short sleeves because it was like, well, the temperature's going to get down to 70 something, but in the heat of the day we were like
that brings up another good point. I hate this time of year just because like weather-wise, just because when you wake up in the morning and you walk to your car, it's like 60 degrees. It feels pretty good, right? So you're like, oh, maybe I'll wear like a nice little sweater, some jeans. But then you walk outside after work and it's like, hey, it's 90 degrees.
Yeah, you sit in your car.
How do you dress for that?
That's why I am glad during this time of the year that our office is cold, because when I can dress in my warm gear here,
right?
And then when I go outside, it's like, oh, I can kind of thaw out a little bit while I'm sitting in my car, and I'm not just like sitting there. Which you crushed it because you're wearing a sweater that has really no sleeves.
Yeah, so this is like the perfect in between. You know what I mean? I didn't even bring a jacket or anything, so it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited. I'm at least hoping that they can keep it competitive.
I was going to say, from an actual football perspective, we know Ohio State. This probably shouldn't be the closest game in the world.
No, it won't.
What is your kind of outlook on what do they need to do to even stay competitive against Ohio State?
Yeah, I think this offense just needs to keep it as clean as possible because that quarterback's pretty susceptible to turnovers. That offense is just pretty susceptible to turnovers in general. They've had a couple of them this year that have just really cost us either points or really, really bad field position. And so I think they just have to keep it as clean as possible. Just no penalties either. Those penalties will get you.
Yeah, because you're already such underdogs that if you start shooting yourself in the foot at that point.
Yeah, I was looking up some of the spread on this game, and it's 27. Ohio State's favored by 27. Over-under set at like 65.
I guess, and it was funny when we were talking about it when you won the tickets because we were like, well, might not end well for your Spartans, but if you're going to go see a pretty down Michigan State team, you might as well also get to see a good Ohio State team.
Right,
and
the eventual maybe national champions.
Right, and it's not like you're seeing Northwestern, where it's like, okay, these are two just bad teams.
Right.
Like, this is just bad football. You'll at least get to see good football from one team.
Right. And there's a couple of really good Texas high school football players on the Ohio State roster, so I'll get to see.
And your seats are really good, too.
Yeah, seats are really good. We'll be in the lower level. Yeah, lower level, kind of close to the inwards of the 50. So yeah, it's going to be a great weekend regardless of the outcome.
Right.
But yeah, I'm really, really excited. It'll be pretty cool.
That is awesome. Cool. I'm super, and you and your dad are going?
No, me and Graham.
Nice.
My dad's couldn't make it.
So well, that'll be a blast. I'm super, super pumped up. So there is your Michigan. We are your Michigan State preview show in Louisville, Texas.
Thank you for listening to me.
But yeah, no, we had to let you talk about that. All right. Well, let's get back to the state of Texas football because there is a huge week. I think we said 671 games are being played this week. I think that's what Tepper said earlier. And we have a ton of them on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. You can watch them on TexanLive.com. We will start off with tonight. Again, we would love for you to tune into our GCTF watch along. It'll be myself, Mallory, Tep, Craven, and then Coach Man from Lubbock, Coronado, and Marcus Shavers from McKinney. Back by popular demand, because if you watch the one with Shavers last year, you better get ready for an ab workout because you're going to be laughing for 3 hours.
I can't even imagine those two together.
Oh yeah, no, it's fixing to get
that's gonna be. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so funny. You guys need to tune into that.
It was turned up to a 10 last year with Man being added into it too after being cooped up in a car for 5 hours from Lubbock.
I know.
He's gonna be ready. It's gonna be turned up to a 13. So
That's
we're super
wild.
excited for tonight. But there's still that we're gonna be watching Katie and Katie Pato. If you haven't ever watched a game on Texan Live and you're interested in seeing what Texan Live is all about, come watch the watch along because we're showing the game for free. You will see the game on the screen and then everyone just kind of talking over it. But if you want some actual football commentary or you want to spread your screens out, the other one that I would be super interested in is tonight at 7. It's Cinco Ranch taking on Katie Jordan. Katie Jordan is the new school in that district, and this just has the potential to answer some questions that we had because we thought Katie Jordan was looking really, really good, and they played Katie last week and got absolutely stomped. But Katie Jordan stomped Katie Pato. Will Pato? Yeah. How is that going to look tonight with this game, which we're interested in? Pato's a lot bigger than Katie Jordan is, and I think they're kind of the strengths of their game match up better with the strengths of Katie. So it'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out. But that's a wild district down there. Katie is clearly the best team. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me for saying that. But a lot of movement in that 2nd through 4th spot.
Yeah, you'll also get to see one of the best players in the country too, in David Hicks Jr. tonight too. So that'll be pretty cool. And that's the thing with this matchup is I think realistically, Pato's probably got the best player on the field altogether.
Yes,
in David Hicks Jr. But overall, Katie's got more talent.
Katie's Katie.
Katie will do Katie things.
I was thinking Katie does what Katie do. So then moving on to Friday, we've got a couple of really, really good ones here. I want to point out one that we are super excited about. We will have, if you are sick of us talking about Houston games, you're in luck because we will have a DFW game this week, and it'll be the Aledo Bearcats taking on Fort Worth South Hills. Super excited to be broadcasting from Bearcat Stadium down there not down really, but over there in Aledo.
Yeah.
So if you want some DFW action, you can tune in there. But the big headline of the night is in the rest of the slate here is definitely North Shore and Summer Creek. It's at Turner. Our friends at Legacy Sports will be broadcasting that for us on TexanLive.com. Obviously, North Shore is looking outstanding. Now, Caleb Bailey, we haven't heard yet how bad that injury was that he had last week. Tepper and I kind of talked about it on TFT that we think that since we haven't heard any news, that's probably a good thing. I'm not saying that he's going to play this week, but I'm saying I don't think it's a season-ending injury or we would know about that already. Right. Again, this is all speculation, but regardless, they have touchdown Dave Amadora running that at North Shore, and then Summer Creek has been looking really good, newly to the rankings, number 25 ranked. So tune in to that. That one's at 7 o'clock. And then Going down to Saturday, I'll just tell you there's 4 games on Saturday, and most of them are at different times. So at noon, if you want to get started early, Trevor Bullard will be on the call for Jersey Village and Cy Ridge at 6 o'clock. So then you can take some break, watch a little bit of college football, and then come back to Texan Live. At 6 o'clock, you can watch Tomball Memorial and Klein Collins. That one is Jay Dunson on the call. And then there's 2 games at 7 o'clock, Cy Fair and Cy Creek. Trevor Bullard again on the call. He's pulling the doubleheader on Saturday. Shout out T-Pup. And then
shout out to him.
Also at 7, Bridgeland and Cy Falls. Gavin Moritz on the call. So Saturday, we've got you completely covered. If you get tired of college football, you can tune into there. But tons and tons of game. Again, TexanLive.com. Hope that you will go check it out and multi-screen it. Watch as much football as your heart can handle. And we will be right there with you. So there is the slate on Texan Live.
Hey, that's how I want to spend my weekend. Just a full slate of
all the football.
All
and
the football, college, high school, no matter what, it's good football.
Yeah, a lot of times with college football, people genuinely care about like one team, and then it's kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to throw on other games,
exactly,
there you go.
Yeah,
especially because you can stream it. Put
right,
it on your
exactly.
laptop. Put it on your phone.
phone.
Like, you don't have to have a cable provider or a streaming service to really be able to get it.
We love Texan Live.
We big Texan Live gals.